Hey guys, my name's Kurtis. This is Chelsey. And there's Kona. Hi Kona. And today Kona is taking her very first plane ride. In about 5-ish hours, we are flying from Calgary to Vancouver during COVID, actually, too. So that's gonna be weird. With all that being said, we're gonna take you guys with us and hopefully give you some tips on how you guys can travel with your cat. Hopefully, worry-free. This is our first time doing it, so bear with us.
I have nothing but faith in Kona. Round trip from when we leave the house to when we get to our destination is about 4 hours, and Kona's gone on a 4-hour journey with us before, so I don't think that this is gonna be overwhelming her, like taking her on some 8-hour flight where the journey ends up being some crazy 24 hours. I think that she can handle it, and I think that we're prepared.
Oh yeah, and you can see what it's like flying domestically in Canada during COVID right now, because I'm sure that's gonna be extra weird.
So we're gonna walk you through what we've packed for Kona to go onto the plane. I know that you guys just wanna see Kona, so I hid the treats in the suitcase so that she stays with me. But look, she's already smarter than I am. So the first thing that we had to do was obviously contact our airline and find out what their requirements are for bringing Kona with us. It was pretty straightforward. They needed a carrier that had enough room for her to lay down and turn around. Like, it had to be big enough so that she just wants those treats so bad, so that she could stand up, turn around, and lay back down so that they know for sure that she's comfortable. It had to be a soft shell. I'm assuming that's because we have to slide her under the seat. And then it needed some sort of absorbent layer. So this could be a towel or a blanket. Luckily, this carrier actually comes with something that is washable, and this is actually a waterproof layer in there too, so that would be super easy to clean. If for some reason Kona had an accident, which she's not going to, knock on wood. Other than that, I checked out what the actual airport regulations were for bringing Kona with us. The Calgary airport's super cool. They will let your pet out of its carrier provided that it is on a 4-foot non-retractable leash. So we got that checked out just in case Kona needs to stretch her legs a little bit. Other than that, Kona is currently wearing her collar, which she doesn't normally wear. That's because you're making a ruckus and interrupted my video. We thought that although she's microchipped, it was an important thing to have because her collar has her name and phone number. So if she gives us a little bit of excitement in the airport, somebody can contact us really quickly.
Could you imagine if she just took off somewhere down the airport, if she got out somehow? That'd be hilarious. Look how cute this thing is too. Look at her collar. It's got little skulls on it, and then her collar's got skull. Move, Kona. It says Kona on it. It's got a skull. It's got the phone number on it. So cute.
So aside from her treats, that's really all that we're taking with us on this plane ride because it's really short. The flight itself is less than an hour, so we're not too worried about Kona. That being said, if we were taking a longer flight, we have a few things already packed for our travels that I think would be super useful. The first being her travel litter. This thing is so cool. It zips up so that it is all confined. I mean, this would take up a lot of room in your carry-on, but I guess that's what you're sacrificing bringing your pet. If you unzip this bad boy, it's got some clean litter for Kona, and this is all waterproof, so you could easily just zip this up, put this back in your bag, and then use it on your next layover. You're used to your travel litter too.
And I'm sure if you had to go to the bathroom, you could probably get away with using it as well.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Now, the only other thing that we're bringing on the trip is Kona's food. We packed just enough of what she'll need for the weekend, and her scratcher, because she's going to my mother's house, and if she scratches up furniture, she's not going to be impressed. So we're just bringing this little scratcher. Again, we got this on Amazon for like 10 bucks or something. All of the links to all these products are going to be below. We got most of them off of Amazon.
Yeah.
So
to get Kona prepared to take her on the flight, the one thing we made sure to do is make sure that she loves her carrier. My gut feel on this trip, and obviously you'll find out how it turns out, but my gut feel on this trip is that Kona is just going to spend all of her time in the carrier and actually enjoy it.
I wasn't lying. As we were talking, Kona was in her carrier. Okay, but right now it's about 5 o'clock-ish, and that means we gotta go. We don't leave until about 8 o'clock, but with COVID right now, we gotta get there extra early, and when you're traveling with a pet as well, you actually have to get there early enough to check in person because you can't check in online like you would normally do. So we're in Lethbridge right now. We got a 2-hour drive to Calgary, and then from there we gotta be about 2 hours early, so we gotta go. So let's go now. What are you doing? Get out of your treats. We need to go. One more piece of luggage to get.
Don't forget the precious cargo.
Let's go, Kona. So this is Chelsey and my first time being in an airport in probably like 4 or 5 months, maybe even 6 months. And I've never seen the Calgary airport this dead. A little bit creepy. We'll see what it's like inside, but outside it is really quiet. Kona. Kona. How you doing?
Good, where are you off to?
Abbotsford.
Do you have a pet with you?
Here we do.
Oh yeah, that's pretty. What a pretty color.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that we need to know about having her?
No, I just have to, no, there's really nothing. We ask you to pre-board. You're not supposed to take them out in the airport.
So one of the things that we did before we came today is that we fed Kona a little bit later. Usually she eats at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. But today we fed her a little bit later because usually she'd be eating at 8, which is when we're getting on the flight. So we wanted to feed her a little bit later so that she can make it through the flight, hopefully with no accidents. She's not gonna have anything in her, no food, no water until we get there. So hopefully that clears up a lot of the mistakes that won't happen because Kona's gonna be good.
Don't knock it over.
So yeah, we're just letting Kona stretch her legs for a little bit and then we're gonna go back in, go through security, and then apparently there's another pet area that is grass that she can go and take a whiz on, so we'll see if we can go find that and wait to get on the plane. So far though, I don't think you can catch COVID at the airport because there's nobody here, so we'll see what the plane's like.
Bit of a case of the what's going ons.
We're gonna go on a plane ride, that's what.
I can't give you kisses with my mask on.
We'll get through security, see what they have to say about a Bengal kitty.
I have made it through the first hurdle. We went through security. Honestly, all's well that ends well. To go through security, they asked me to take Kona out of the carrier and just hold her. She did fine. She like tried to climb up on my shoulder and she got in my hair a little bit. But they didn't ask me to take her like harness off or anything like that, so I just kept a finger in the harness and she stayed. When we made it through security, there was another guy who actually has taken his Bengal on a plane before and he said that she did really good, so proud mom moment.
And they didn't put Kona through the scanner, so that's good. Pet relief area.
I have never heard of this before. I've never seen inside one of these. I'm a little bit concerned. Let's find out.
It's kind of like the first time you go into a girl's washroom. You really don't know what to expect when you go in there.
Aww! It's so cute. Like a little fire hydrant.
I totally thought this was going to be outside. This is like a legit pet bathroom. Do you have to lock the door behind you?
The little fire hydrant is the funniest thing.
Well, take a whiz.
Mark your territory, Kona. Honestly, I don't think that she needs this whatsoever, but this is a cool experience.
Are you going to use it or what?
Never. There's not a chance she's gonna use it.
All right.
I guess we're done here. She's so good.
Public health order, for example, to self-quarantine or isolate. You must disclose if you have one. Perfect. Answered yesterday the health-related questions.
You know how like the pressure changes for us and like sometimes it hurts? Do you think we have to get her like a little kitty piece of gum?
Not gonna lie, a little bit creeped out about being on the plane, but the stewardess said that she feels totally comfortable, so that makes me feel better. I know she's working for WestJet, but still a little bit grossed out. Good news, Kona's sleeping already. Well, I guess she's awake now. Good girl, Kona.
The safety demonstration has been completed. Thank you.
There's Kona, there's your seat for the plane. We had a couple meows. She's laid down. I think she'll be good.
best. How lucky did we get? Like, I'm counting my blessings and every lucky star that she's so good. Flight attendant was telling us that they've had cats literally claw their way out of their carriers and run loose on the plane. So Kona is a saint.
Kona, we made it. You did such a good job on the plane, little boopster.
We finally arrived at our destination late last night. I don't think it could have gone much better, if I'm perfectly honest. Kona maybe let out 5 meows in the whole time that we were in all the airports and in the air. That being said, when we started the final drive, like the last half an hour back to like our final destination after the airport, she had a little bit of a freak out. There was lots of meowing happening. But by that point in time, it was like probably over 3 hours since her like normal feeding time. Kona, I'm trying to make you look good here. She didn't seem stressed out the whole trip. I think it was a healthy trip for her. It was an enjoyable trip for us. So like, I'm excited to like keep pushing where we can take Kona to and still keep her like comfortable and not stressed out.
I think we probably could have done a longer trip had we just kept her into the seat the whole time. I think when we got her up, started moving around, she met some new people, put her back in the car, that's when she started getting a little antsy. But I think if we did like a 4-hour plane ride, she would just sleep underneath the plane the whole time, or underneath the seat in front of us the whole time.
Yeah. On this trip, we were posting Instagram stories of Kona's journey, and we had a couple questions, and actually we had a weird comment in the airport as well. People asked if we gave Kona anything to keep her settled, because clearly in the Instagram story she was cool as a cucumber. And one lady asked if we fed our cat Benadryl, and I don't think that we would do that to her, nor have we ever like really needed to give her anything. So we gave Kona nothing and she stayed calm. The precursor to this, of course, is that we worked really hard on making Kona's carrier a comfortable environment, and we take Kona lots of places with us already. She's used to the car, she's used to movement in her carrier. So those were the contributing factors. I think it's all about starting young, getting them in their carriers frequently so that they know that like this isn't a time to be scared. We're just moving to a new spot.
Also, if you guys are worried about flying during COVID, if you want a little update on that, the Calgary airport, like you saw, was completely dead. The Abbotsford airport, which is, I think has 2 or 3 terminals, was more busy than the Calgary airport. Right. There was lots of space that you can social distance. And then on the plane was like really dead. There wasn't anybody. I think there was 1 person behind us, nobody in front of us, nobody to the side of us, and we had the whole row to ourselves. So that was awesome. Mask up. They fogged the plane before to like sanitize it, and then they give you a wipe to wipe everything down. So far, we're not sick, so hopefully we made it through, but we still have to go back. But yeah, that was our complete trip with Kona on her first time on an airplane, flying on an airplane during COVID.
She killed it. Couldn't be more proud.
So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, be sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more weekly videos. There's gonna be more of Kona, I'm sure, because she's so freaking cute and such a good little kitty on the plane.
Say bye, Kona.
Bye.
Bye. The one time she doesn't meow.